Hello there, everybody. Welcome back. Let's see who's still here. Now, let's do the advertisement in the background. I'm gonna be there in a sec. So we're going to go for Necromancer Ascension today. So that means I'm gonna be fighting some stuff at the Gate of the Gods. So let's see how well that'll work out today. Alright. Now, to get that done, though, of course, the first thing that I have to do is re-equip my Necromancer specialization, you know. Just saying. Now, not the wardrobe, the actual specialization. Necromancer. There we go. Everything okay? Everything okay. Now, I will have to fight enemies here, so there's a lot of new stuff here. Analtha. At the start of this creature's turn, it kills the enemy's leftmost living creature. Enemies cannot be resurrected. Okay. That's a pretty nasty condition. Let's see how well we're gonna be faring against that. Alright. So, it's really not good that critters of mine are dying in the first turn. Okay, we had way too many deaths here. Don't think that there's anything to be saved here in that situation. Okay, that's a really nasty condition there. So, we can't resurrect anybody. I mean, I can try it, but no chance. And that boss will constantly kill my critters as soon as it gets a turn. So, well, the strategy here is pretty clear. I can only afford to lose one critter here at the start of the fight, and nothing more than that. That's hard. It's really, really hard. Let's try another one. I mean, I don't need to kill them in any order, so... Apocrynox, that looks doable. Alright, now let's check this out. Dude only casts wild arrow spells. Don't think that this should be any too big issue. Alright. Well, that fight against the Nelpa is definitely giving me something to think about. Alright, beyond that, I mean, I didn't do anything so far in this fight, and my enemies are already killing themselves. I wonder when I will get to do a manual action this fight. But, so far... Ah, here we go, finally. I was already wondering. So let's morph ourselves into death creatures to get that juice defensive bonus. Alright. There we go. This one actually seems to win itself all by its own. Or on its own, I should rather say. Now, let's go for another horde summoning. Why not? More creatures. More stat boosts. I like that. Alright. This one is actually already... It's basically a free win. There we go. False God is already dead. But I really wonder how the hell I'm supposed to win that Analtha fight. Because I just realized with this fight already, my enemies killed my minions quite a lot in the first couple of turns before I had enough defensive stats to get done with them. Okay. Let's win this one first. Oh no, I didn't mean to summon another horde. Whatever. Yeah, summoning a really huge amount of new minions in the last turn right before you're done. Alright. Whatever. I win. And what do we have here? Mana for Apocrynox. A plushie. Good stuff. So Ariamaki, that's a new one. At the start of battle and after your creatures take damage, they gain invisible and shelled. Enemies' spell gems consume all their charges after their cost. Oh, that doesn't sound too terrible. Alright, let's see how well this will work out. Alright. Now, how many actions do I have? Plenty. Okay, let's resurrect that dude first, because I don't want to exclude anybody from the stat bonuses here. That would be silly. Oh, Death Morph. Okay, there we go. And Summon Horde. In case it doesn't make any sense to you, the Summon Horde gives me 1 minion for each creature of the same class. So, Death is a class. So, well, transforming my dudes first into proper class and then just give myself minions to no end. Works out pretty decently so far. Okay. So the only thing that's sadly also not happening is me hurting my enemy, but that's okay. Let's summon some stuff and just do the stat pump, you know? Every one of my summons somehow increases the stats of my creatures, so we grow more and more resilient. The more I do this, the worse it grows, basically. So if you don't shoot me out of the water early on, it's really hard to get to win against this. Alright, so let's go for Steel Storm. Why not? We've gotta hurt them at some point, don't we? Okay, another try to hurt them. Well, that didn't work. Okay. Let's dispel all that. Damage? Wait a sec. I don't have any dispel here? What? That's very, very surprising to me. Okay. I wouldn't have expected that. Well, okay. That's annoying. Luckily, my critters do damage even if they only provoke, so we're gonna get there. I would have loved to remove those buffs from my enemies, though. I usually have that dispel on every of my parties, but I didn't build that Necromancer too long ago, so I'm really... Ah, here, Mass Dispel. There we go. Also removing my own buffs, but whatever. Don't know why I'm not using Greater Dispel on this party. Must have misclicked there somehow. Whatever, we're going to buff ourselves further. All that combo of invisibility and shelling is pretty annoying, but... well, it's also not much more than that. Annoying. Alright. Let's see. It seems to be quite hard to hurt them, though, because of the permanent invisibility. Alright. Let's rain down more buffs. Because why not? We are dealing some damage, though. Because once my critters have all the apocalyptic riders as their buffs, they start spamming spells when they start their turn. That seems like something the enemy can't avoid there at all. Alright. So that one's looking quite well too. Just spamming these summons here wherever I can. Ugh, well, okay. Looks like I'm out of everything now. Let's go for the provoke actions. I mean, well, we're slowly zerging them down. Very slowly, but at least winning it. I mean, most of these Fallen God fights or Gate of God fights are pretty nasty stuff. Alright, but slowly the stat boosts are doing their job. Don't know if you noticed, but there was the first enemy losing a more substantial amount of HP now. Alright, there we go. Let's just slap the provokes. I got one minion that does deal damage while I'm provoking. So we're just gonna wait now. They will kill themselves now when they're acting on me. Still wonder how the hell I'm supposed to win against an alpha that just will kill one of my creatures every turn. We're now in a lot of... I mean, the best option that I see is to try to not let an alpha act at all. I mean, there's this statement that whenever this monster acts, it kills one of my people, so I guess it would be one option to stop this dude from acting. Let's see. First one died. Kjoran. Hi there. Happy to see you. So yeah, this will take a moment, but in the end, the enemy can't do anything against that. Takes a while, but whatever. Can't change it, I guess. To me, it's more of a thing as that goes like, as long as I'm winning, you know. Say, Kjoran, did you already beat the new gods here at the gate as well? Or did you do your ascensions all with the old roster of gods? Because I have pretty much, I'm pretty much in a pickle with an alpha. Die already. That shelling on the enemy is really nasty. For Siege Master, you also had to do the new one. So how did you beat the one that kills a critter each turn? Did you just kill it fast enough, or what was your strategy? Because right now I got the big issue that my critters are just dying in the first turns too much. And by the time that I get to act, I have already a too much reduced roster to survive through that. So I put that boss into the end of the list. Just nuked it in one turn. Yeah, well. I feared that you would be mentioning something little helpful here. Alright, Ariamaki. Wonderful. So for this team, it doesn't work out that good, because we don't start out that strong. Right at the start of each enemy's turn, they take damage equal to... Oh, that sounds really weak. Alright. So here you see my critters are, there were already twice 2 deaths here in that one fight, and you know, nothing resurrects in that fight. It's really a big problem for me. Wonder how I'm going to tackle that issue. Seems like Siege Master is a pretty strong specialization altogether. I got myself that immunity to confusion perk the other night as well, when I killed that boss one more time. Okay, so let's Siege Master is probably the easiest to make something strong. I don't know if it's really the easiest, but well, the fact that you can transform defense into offense is pretty OP. I agree with that. Not every build can grow more powerful by growing more defensive. That's a pretty wacky combo, honestly. Alright, this god died a lot faster. A lot faster. Alrighty. Time for the chocolate infusion. So, I don't want to say that I'm disappointed, but I found it quite sad that there was no full release goodie here on that game. I was hoping for something small, I don't know, something. Okay. One day soon, they're all gonna die. I need to stop that summon horde spamming right now. Well, not quite. Jorn, you need to survive their Alpha Strike too. Damage is actually not so much an issue there. I'm not surviving their first turn. That's right now the biggest problem. Okay, that's no problem. More damage per buff that I have. Well, yeah. Actually, I got way more of a problem with the fact that I can't resurrect anybody. I'm using a lot of stat boost techniques here to get my critters to the point where they can just face tank the fallen god, but they don't have that resilience from the get-go. And I still wonder how I can change that. More stat boosts. Definitely don't do enough damage yet. Okay. Man, one of my dudes keeps dying. Oh no, too bad. That would have been so sick to have a stat boost on it by every minion that I got. That would resolve a lot of my issues. Because this team starts out with an insane amount of minions right from the get-go. Exotics are pretty rare, yeah. I've been farming quite a while, quite some time since the update with the exotics drop, and yeah, don't have too many yet. But I do like the fact that we got now something like rare traits, you know. Yeah, like I said, I did farm a lot lately. Jeez, that dude takes a while. But, well, they're not dealing any damage to me, so I don't care too much. Azaral takes long, yeah, well. Since I only deal 1% damage per buff that I have, it's bound to take long. Lister Light. Lister does give you some PTSD, eh? Well, I'll need something to boost up my starting stats to get done with the with Anelta. Basically, that's the big problem there. Ah, I see. Yeah. The more effects your build does, the worse Lister becomes. That's true. Totally agree here. Erebus. At the start of every other one of this god's turn, all enemies are killed. Ugh, that negates my whole stat pump thing. I'm gonna wait out for this one. Your creatures are immune to all damage except for damage taken from Blighted. So I'll have to heal them? Seriously? Which one, Erebus or Frieden? Frieden sounds... Sorry, like I have to pick up tons of healing spells. Erebus and Anelta, yeah. Well, Anelta is actually worse. This enemies can't be resurrected part is horrible for me. I was wondering whether or not you can disable that one. Well, Generous. After your creatures attack or are attacked, they gain 20% in maximum health. Okay. So, under no circumstances we are allowed to attack that dude. Attacking is bad. We're only allowed to do spellcasts here, huh? Or provoke thingies, whatever. But not attacking. Attacking is bad. Attacking boosts this dude. Okay. But yeah, my spellcasts don't trigger that, so it's fine. Summon Ward? No, Abundance. Oh boy. That yield. Okay. That one's quite easy, I guess. So, as you can see, it's not as if we would be killing our enemies slow. Like, the damage is getting out there quite fast. Not in the first turn, of course, but... we're getting that job done, not that super slow. Steel Storm? Oh yeah. Kicking ass. Nice. Yeah, so this is the second turn for us here. I'm starting to win it. So basically, all I need to do to win against Anelta is to survive the first couple of turns, and then the rest will be just resolving. That shouldn't be too hard. Let's see. How well my setup works without spells. But I got riflings, so... in the long run, my critters should debuff the enemy and get the job done. The question is mainly whether or not they'll die too early. But due to the rifling minions on my critters, whenever the enemy does attack me, they'll apply a debuff to themselves. So that that 5 debuffs on the enemy will sooner or later come together all on their own. Main question is, do I keep my minions alive or not? Gunforian is pretty hard, yeah. Let's see if it works out as I want it to, or if it's just wishful thinking, you know. I really got no clue why my minions keep, or my dudes keep rising every time again, but they do. There's one with debuffs, but it's getting intercepted. Dang. Well, yeah, I guess I'll have to alter my setup here a little bit too. I need something to apply status effects more proactively. Not enough of these dudes are actually attacking often enough to apply the debuffs in time. So what I'm noticing here is my enemies are not racking up the 5 debuffs in time, and by the time that they would, the first of the debuffs already goes offline. One of the tremors and an automaton. Yeah, well, I guess for debuff application, there's numerous ways. Oh man, so sad. What beautiful key, huh? But I don't think that I'll have too many chances. Oh, wait a sec, this dude. Ugh, why does he intercept everything? Ah, because he's provoking, of course. Yeah, a little bit sad that this afternoon somehow not too many people had time to watch the stream. But even more cool that you found your time there, Yarn. Always appreciate that. So I wonder whether or not I should just stay here. I mean, right now we don't seem to lose anything here. I mean, it seems as if we're slowly winning it. Yeah. The debuff on attack. All these on attack things only work out if you're actually able to wound your enemy. Yeah, you need something more automated there. I wish that that interception would be not a thing. The most annoying part about that. But we're pumping up our stats quite decently, and there goes in the first damage of the zombies. X debuff at the start of turn, yeah, that's what crossed my mind as well. Some debuff application at the start of turns, yeah. But let's see. So far, the riflings seem to kick ass as well. And we got 9 unstable horrors here on each of my critters, so their stats aren't too bad either. We're slowly turning the tide here. Okay, like, I love Necromancers. Except for a couple of smaller problems, I tackled pretty much everything successfully so far. Although being speed is not really a virtue here of that build. But it seems as if I start to actually hurt that dude. Everybody now has stockpiled the necessary amount of debuffs. Well, not everybody, but most of them. I'm starting to do damage now. Yeah, it's insane. I really didn't expect it, honestly. I really didn't expect it. But yeah, the first of the Amphisbane is falling soon. Nice. And the stats are increasing further and further. Alright, nice. That came unexpected. Yeah, we're hurting Gunforian now. That's good. Because once he's gone, that whole damage prevention shenanigans and spellcasting prevention is gone. Okay. Taking a while though. But at least I didn't need to change my setup. That's always one of the most appealing things there. When you can stay lazy. Okay. Battle fatigue slowly dripping in. Yeah, I likewise, Thorin. I said it before, as long as I'm winning, you know, I don't mind if it takes some time. These are among the most difficult fights in the game, so it's okay if they take a while. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think there are many much more challenging parts about the game here than the Gate of the Gods. Those are really, really nasty and specific combat mutators. Okay. I actually didn't expect him to die as the last person here on the battlefield, though. Really thought that I'd be there. I'd be downing him earlier. But we did it. They are designed as roadblocks in the game, yeah. So, well, let's go for Lister. So, how was your day? What are you up to? Are you feeling fine? Lister is just the most boring god to fight. You don't have to do anything except for waiting it out. Yeah, I really like how the gods have a very, very broad spectrum of different challenges there, where it ranges. I'm good. You still need to keep an eye on the kitchen. No, what's going on in your kitchen? Tell me. What are you doing tonight? My day, well, I did start out with a tomato sauce that my boy wanted to eat. We had some takeout burgers from yesterday, or the other half of those. And then I was a little bit on the playing ground with him. And after that, I started my stream. So yeah, pretty cool day so far. One of my... I really like Saturdays like these. Chill and time to stream for you fellas. I mean, I personally love to stream. It's yeah, relaxing weekend day. That's something new. The last couple of years were completely different than that, you know. Weekends were almost always the most straining part of the week. But yeah. Dutch food? What's typical Dutch food? Tell me. Or is it hard to put into words in English? Okay, so does my Inquisitor rise on his own again, or... No. We'll have to resurrect that poor sod. Or we don't, because somebody's stopping me from doing so. Boiled potatoes, meatballs, gravy, spit. Oh, that sounds delish. Yum. Here in Germany, we have a quite similar recipe. Let me check. What's it called again? Oh, now I forgot how that ingredient was called. But yeah, whatever. I'm gonna check it. I'm gonna search for that another time. Well, I had some veggie tomato sauce today. Fully made by myself. It's Dutch steel recipes from everyone. Wow. Ah, now I finally have remembered the word. Alright. They're called capers, okay. Don't know if they are called capers. If that's something you understand, then there's a meatball recipe with mashed potatoes and capers and a creamy sauce here in Germany too. Reminds me a lot, but we don't serve spinach, we use capers. Although gravy is a brown sauce, isn't it? Oh, Joran, there was one thing I always meant to ask you. Did you ever watch anything from Gordon Ramsay? And since you were working in kitchens by yourself, I wanted to know how much bullshit that is to somebody who's actually cooking those shows. I was always wondering whether or not that's typical reality TV, or how somebody who was working in that business himself reflects on this TV format. Coverages. All right, they're delicious. A lot of people I know hate them, but I really love those. My family hates them. Just asking because Gordon Ramsay is exactly that kind of trash TV that I sometimes love to watch, and I'm feeling guilty pleasure about that. I don't know. Kind of depends on what level of cooking you want to do. I don't know, those restaurants they show in those TV shows always they look so freaking unrealistic. Like I have a hard time believing that people are behaving like that. Yeah, Hell's Kitchen seemed like a more realistic format. Although, I don't know. That whole domination scheme that's running in those kitchens is that really a thing? Is there always somebody bossing everybody around like crazy and they enjoy it? I always wondered if that's just a cliche or if that's something that's really happening. Chefs throw pans and play people. Okay, so I guess cooking actually makes people aggressive for some reason. Cooking is war. Okay. Oh, Lister, when are you finally done? I mean, we're in turn 10 for some of my critters already. The ultimate stalemate. Alright. So there was one really weird thing that I tried out the other day. I was trying to beat Althea the other day, boss, and I used that perk which made me immune to Blight, and it didn't work. I still got the Blight from that boss, and it didn't go off the entire fight. That was really weird. So it should say it's partly show, but kitchen dynamics are weird. Yeah, well, I was watching a lot of Kitchen Nightmares lately, and that's the one where they try to reform failed restaurants, and I don't know. It just seems so freaking unrealistic, you know, that people change that quickly, and that people all of a sudden always have that insight once they get bossed around hard enough by Gordon Ramsay. I don't know. It's somehow I felt like that sounds like a lot of BS. Any award-winning chef is respected like a famous painter with an apprentice. Yeah, that's true. That's true. It's kind of weird about us human beings, isn't it? Oh man, how many turns do we have still to go there? Now I know what you meant there, Hjorn. You were actually totally right. Very old-fashioned world. Yeah, well, you gotta see it. I'm seeing it from this perspective. You know, the world was longer old-fashioned than it was modern. Like the times we're living in now are the smallest friction of human history. Like the speed of development in humanity was really, really fast. The last couple of centuries. So I'm not too surprised that kitchens have that archaic vibe still going on. Are we done yet? It's turn 16 already, Lister. Go to sleep. Alright, I gotta do something else after that one. I definitely gotta do something else there. Kitchen workers have the same kind of crew humor as most construction workers. Well, I guess that's true for a lot of service jobs. When I was working at the nightclub, you wouldn't believe what we did there behind the scenes, humor-wise. I think when you're working in service, you have to vent your rage at some point, at somebody, you know. Jeez, are we done yet? I gotta say, this is one, in my personal opinion, the worst Fallen God fight of all. Simply because it feels like a very bland design. There's no real pressure, no real goal. I mean, how cool would it be if there would be any side goals that I could strive for that would be dangerous but would shorten the fight, for example? Yeah, you're right to dread this fight here, Ron, because it's just basically meant to bore you out. doesn't do anything except for being boring. I mean, I do get it that this seemed like an interesting idea on paper, but in practice, it's terrible. I really hope that one day the dev might come back to the Lister fight and rework that. Because honestly, the big problem is there is no meat on the bone here. It's not even a bone. Lister is like Buddha, yeah. But that might be the case, but you have to give the player something entertaining here at this point. And right now I'm just pressing E from time to time and wait for this to be over, because there's not even a real big challenge here. You just need a certain threshold of defensive stats and then you're good to go. So there's something missing in that fight, I think, personally. I always imagine this fight being like sitting on the tree with him for how many days he did. Yeah, well, that... Yeah, but is that entertaining to do? This won't grow entertaining like ever. That's a big problem there. For me, it's entertaining because I have you guys to chat to, but otherwise... There's simply some interaction missing. Give me some stupid minigame that only exists during this fight, for example. I'd be down. Something you can't giggle about afterwards. Something like that. Well, who knows? Maybe my opinion will reach open ears one day. Go on, Lister. Are we done yet? No. 20 turns? Seriously? Wow. God, I didn't think that we'd be needing that much more than 10 turns. I thought like 15, 20 tops. But now we're exceeding 20 already. Get me out of here, Lister. Should change this fight to beating Lister in a game of Siralim. Yeah. Oh, God. Ah, bye-bye, dude. It's been about time. But, I mean... Let's see, Meroxis. Damage Reflection. Let's try that. Everything will now feel like it's super fast. Well, I'd say after this fight I'm going to whip out my Windrunner and try to take down Althea. Because my Windrunner is using the leeches, and that has a trait that lets me ignore blight side effects at least, so that should work out decently. At least I hope so. So let's see how good this will work out. Damage Reflection doesn't even bother my critters. Alright, see you later, Kieran. Okay. At least we're hurting our enemies again, and at least there's a win condition. Oh, wow, okay. I actually totally underestimated how much damage this apocalypse would do. Alright. So my critters just fried themselves. This is bad. They will do so in the next turn again. And they ain't got that much resistance. Okay, so we gotta be doing one thing. And that's spam more Morph Death to make sure our defense stats increase accordingly. Oh my god, yeah, alright. So, I might even have to untrait that Apocalypse thing. Because it's just killing my squad too hard. Or keep that dude dead, that's frying my whole team. That would be also an option, but for some wacky reason, none of my dudes actually died. Alright. Okay. I mean, I keep fighting this as long as we're somehow standing up after every time I'm frying myself. There we go. So, are we rising from the dead yet again? Or, I mean, there's no rebirths on my dudes, so I highly doubt it. Well, how and why? I really don't understand how how it comes together that my people keep rising from the dead after this happens, but, you know, I don't want to mutter. I don't want to argue. Completely okay with that. The only thing that I'm worried about is that one dude here keeps frying my entire team, and I'm actually considering to keep him dead, you know. But on the other hand, it works, doesn't it? I'm winning it, don't I? Just concerned what will happen once I run out of extra resurrects there. Because, you know, the total amount of resurrections per fight is limited. So... let's see, does that dude have so much intelligence, or why does he keep frying everybody here? So... oh, you know what? Target's minions are removed. Oh no! Aw, that would have been such a lifesaver here, you know? Okay, whatever. If I would have just dispelled the minions of that dude who keeps killing my party, would have stopped him from spamming Apocalypse, because Apocalypse only comes together if I have all the apocalyptic riders on my team or on that minion. And hey, we are not dying anymore. Nice. Okay. So it was one of the other monsters that did this insane damage to me? Alright, nice. Cool. I already thought that I'd be not able to win this. Okay. Yeah, summon Horde. I know. And more stat boosts. Yeah, for some odd reason now, it doesn't annihilate me that hard anymore. Okay. I don't want to mutter. So after this fight's through, I'm going to go for some progression runs again. I've done enough Gate of Gods fights then. There we go. Alright, we winning that. So far, I gotta say, this whole thing works out quite decently there. There were only a couple of gods that we had issues with, and beyond that, everything worked out super fine. Except for the fact that we're waiting for the resolve of turns. This would be one thing where I think this game could still improve tremendously. Any little scriptlet of code that would improve the processing time of turns would be so massively appreciated. I mean, I'm pretty sure that the dev is well aware of the fact that this is an issue, but less processing time for turns would be totally great. Okay, so we did a couple of those. I mean, a couple of stars here are in. Mortem, only 1% of my maximum health at a time. Yuck. Alright, whatever. We're not gonna go for that now. We're gonna go for progression runs now. So, let's get into the Windrunner costume. And for some reason my Windrunner is bugged. I don't know why, but for some reason I don't get the correct group here. Never. That's why I put them into the thingy here. So I'm 800. Okay, well, it can't be waiting. Now then, let's go. That was a good start. Let's go and kill Saint Althea. Now, enemies have extra traits. I don't take that. Less damage taken on the enemies, less dodge chance on us. Resurrection on death. Ooh, I hate that. Nah, I don't want it. Chance to dodge, damage reflection, no. Resurrect on death, we already skipped out on that for a reason. Less speed is not applicable for a speed-based build. Cast additional times 11. Whatever, I don't care. Let's try that. This could be actually good. I got one dude in my party that's counter-attacking whenever somebody is casting a spell. And whenever somebody's attacking, my bat does an AoE spell or an AoE attack onto the entire enemy party, so it's okay. With this party, I never mind at all if enemies have multicast, because I'm actually using that against them quite good. This party is quite easy. The bat hastes itself, increases its speed, and then everybody casts a spell which makes everybody attack at random. Whenever somebody attacks, the bat deals a portion of its speed as an AoE on the enemies, and whenever anybody attacks, the bat gains some speed. So this is a very, very nice self-propulsing system, yeah. One of my most successful builds so far, actually. Whenever I don't get anything, something not tackled down, the Windrunner can do. But this place is really taking a while. I wonder if it's because of that team or because of the realm. I mean... Oh, the enemy heals 84% each turn, oh, I see. That dude somehow is extremely resilient. Let's see what's his setup. Alright. Not really understandable, but all of a sudden he wasn't that tanky anymore. Okay, so this is one little mini realm where you can farm that dude 3 times, and I'll definitely do. Alright. Now that's the regular kill speed. Okay. I'm relieved. Alright. Come on. Die already. Giants, they always take forever to kill. Because they got just too many HP. Alright, and the last fight... Oh no, she's only fighting 2 times against me. Alright, whatever. It's a full-on team of priests, and they're all fused with Ents in this realm. Now that's a nasty combo. Ents make everything so frickin' resilient. It's really annoying. There's always a particular race of enemies your enemies are fused into. False God can't take more than 10% damage. That's absolutely no problem because my damage always comes in pulses, so that's totally okay. Fits to my game plan. Alrighty. Ever since I was playing my Pyromancer, everything else feels slow. I was playing that Pyromancer a lot in between the last couple of episodes. So this place, why do we actually do so little damage? Ah, because we're all permanently debuffed with weakness, I guess. That might be a reason why my damage curve starts out so extremely weak. Yeah, that must be a reason. That makes a lot of sense. Of course. I was already wondering it. So, yeah, I'll reroll that. This sucks. Let's forfeit this. Hexion, hi there. Yeah, well, usually I stream a lot later, but I do plan on streaming earlier, quite more often from now on. So, this looks good. Let's try that. So, extra attack and reflect damage. Okay, this is already a no-go. Anything with damage reflection is, for this team, not particularly well playable. I don't want that. I want some realm that has decent drop rate, but is playable for this squad. So, rapid fatigue, extra defense, let's try that one. Could be a good thing. Just don't want to be taking forever to kill enemies. Alright, let's see. So, extra defense and extra attack. We have less damage dealt here as a downside. Well, okay. So it doesn't look like we're better off here. I know that I'm very picky right now. Hi there! So you just finished work and I thought I was the only... okay. You know, it's enough that I have to work during the weekends. I hope you get to enjoy the rest of the weekend now. So... extra traits is something I don't want to have either. Let's try that one. Usually I'm not that picky, but I don't want to prepare myself. Woo! Treasure! Okay. Shattered mirror. Okay. So I just hope that now I'll be in a realm where I can efficiently eradicate my enemies. So... oh, we're in a reflection realm again. God. Okay, let's see. But it seems as if I am dealing with a reflection here way better than the other time. Okay. Enemies are dying quite quickly. That's all I was asking for. So, 15% more false god damage, 20... okay. Always crit. I don't care. Let them always crit. One more course tomorrow evening. Ah yeah, self-employed. I know what you're talking about. Well, you know, the good thing about self-employment is that at least, even if it's stressful, you always have some kind of perspective to work towards too. As in employment, I never had that. It was a very, very hopeless situation for me. And being promoted into some other part of the shit show was never really appealing to me. I tried lower management. It sucked. Even harder than being floor personal. No thanks. I'd rather take my shitty income here and be happy with the fact that I'm doing what I crave for, and entertaining you people is way more satisfying than selling stuff to people that actually don't want to buy anything. Well, enough of that. Well, for me, I'm always working on the weekends as well, so I can relate. 5 days during the week, and usually streaming every day on the weekend, so... But the good thing is, if you're doing something you love, it doesn't always feel that much as work. That's a good thing. False God is immune to attack damage. Can't take more than 10% of the health. Take that. Although that's not entirely true, of course. Sometimes I take days off too. Because every human being needs that from time to time. Alright, Necromantic armor down. Well, those stat boosters, they always like take me so long, but make me so slow, I mean, but at the end of the day, it's worth it. Hey, welcome back, Jorn. Alright. Why am I not hurting these dudes anymore? Stupid traits there. There must be some extremely powerful defensive trait on any of these. Or damage crippling trait, I don't know. Fused with Siege Automaton. Well, that's all automatons. Using partners in this realm were automatons. Odd enough. Well. Hello there, guys. Why are we not hurting that thing? Now we're hurting it. Plan 3 weeks off over the holidays, the longest free time in years. Yeah. That's good to hear, that you're also vibing for your work. Yeah, well, I had 1 week off this year, and sadly, well, it sucked. I was foolish enough to go on a vacation with my parents-in-law, and they just hate me. They just don't admit it, but they hate me. And everything grows very, very awkward because I just try to have some fun. I don't really think bad about them. They just provoke the shit out of me. And yeah, whatever. It's not that important. The gist of it is just that it was no fine holiday. It was staying here 1 week and working would have been way more relaxing. But yeah, hindsight is 20/20. Yeah, what I'm trying to say with that is I'm looking so much forward to a real time off in the next couple of time, but... Well, I'm still in the build-up phase with my self-employment. It's still gonna take some more hard work before I can lay back and say I'm going to enjoy what I earned. Well, they are happy to see their grandson, but for whatever reason, they just grow very, very tense and unhappy in my presence, and then they keep blaming me for their bad mood, and it's really absurd altogether. Yeah, it is weird. It is weird, Huron. It definitely is weird. I really got no clue what the heck is going on there, but I tried several times to resolve the issues, but if you ask them, there's no problem. Of course they got no problem. I can't do anything for people that are in denial, so well, whatever. I try my best to make sure that it's their problem and not mine, because, you know, I do try to resolve problems with people. Always. And they are literally the only people that I haven't made my peace with across the last 10 years. Usually I come along nicely with pretty much everybody, sooner or later. You know, I'm a very peaceful person in general. Whatever. I grew, I learned to accept that, you know. Wolf's God starts at the top of the timeline. I hope I won't be regretting that one too hard. Alright, so family got back home. I'm going to stay online a little bit longer until I have that Althea fight at least down. I can't please anyone, yeah. It's just a little bit sad because, you know, I'm a family person and I really don't know what the flying F is wrong there, but whatever. I tried it the last 9 or 8 years to improve the situation. And I'm just done trying, and everything got a lot easier since I'm done trying and stopped trying. The situation hasn't grown substantially better, but I'm not feeling as bad again. Okay, so let's see. We should be opening the gate to that false god quite soon, actually. Well, overprotective. Yeah, in general, they're very neurotic, controlling people in general. There's like, for example, in that vacation, there was never ever an option for us to decide what we're doing. They always pretended like they would respect our decisions, but in the end, we'd either do what they want, or you have to accept the muttering all time long until you do what they want to do. It's a very unbalanced relationship, and I'd be actually just accepting their shit, honestly, but they have to attack me then after a while. I don't know why. Seriously don't know why. Okay, Althea, let's see. We're being attacked here quite hard. She's getting her first actions in. But, okay. Now, if I can't stop the blight from happening, the question for me was if I'm able to negate it with a team that's just immune to these side effects. Let's see. Honestly, sound a bit like your parents. Well, that would explain why we're getting along so nicely. Well. So for some reason, yeah, the damage reflection is kicking butt here. Yeah, well, I do understand that, Hyorin, as a matter of fact. I'm a very controlling person myself. I mean, I do have a lot of understanding if people got problems in letting go, but yeah. Whatever. I prefer some other thoughts here. Okay, mending didn't really go positive here. Do I have a healing on the enemy side? No. Enemy doesn't heal. Okay. So, for some odd reason, whatever trait and whatever combo you pick, it seems to be impossible to negate Althea's blight. Like these dudes, let's see, they got that trait, don't they? Where is it? Here, my creatures always have leeching and receive more healing. And yeah, what was it? Cleansed blood. And my creatures can no longer take damage from blighted. Yeah. So for some odd reason, Althea overwrites all these conditions. I mean, I'm okay with that because, you know, it does make that fight a lot more interesting if you're not just easy cheesy able to ignore the special condition of that fight. Gotta say. Although I'd appreciate it if the text box could at least give you a pointer that you will not be able to to change that in any way. Crazy amounts of HP. Let's check it out. 52 million on the body. The other parts 40 to 20 million, yeah. It's a little bit of HP, yeah. Alright, let's give that bad haste. Alright, see you later, Hyorin. I'm going to be offline after this fight as well, so thanks for the good company, enjoy your dinner, and see you later, mate. Alright. Yeah, I don't know what we're going to have for dinner today, honestly. The kid and the wife came back from a birthday party, so possibly they're not going to be hungry at all. Well, we're gonna see. See you later, Hyorin. Alright, it's looking good, though, in terms of winning this. Alright. Quite a bit shocked to see that you're not able to do anything against that blight. It's quite nasty. I didn't expect such nastiness. Alright, let's resurrect that dude. My unicorn has to be resurrected at all times because it's the only dude that's able to resurrect other creatures just by auto-attacking. Hello. Alright. So we should be getting this done in a couple of turns, I hope. The most interesting part is always what kind of perk do you loot from these dudes. Okay. Right. I always see such high numbers popping up when I hit this enemy, and still it's not down yet. Crazy. Come on, die already! I mean... Let's see. Gotta say, those fights grow harder and harder the longer, the deeper I come. But usually at some point they just falter. There's another thing that's been bothering me. My bat doesn't do its passive move anymore, and I don't know why. Or maybe it does and I'm not seeing it correctly. Let's see. Hello? Yeah, Screeching Barrage. Still doing its magic, okay. My poor little bat will die in a turn, though. Okay. But looks like this build is definitely going to tackle that boss sooner or later. Jeez. That resilience, though. It's quite insane. So, will something fall finally? I find it so sad that you don't see any HP bars on these enemies. That would be really cool if you'd be actually able to see a little bit of how far you already got. Alright, come on, Althea. Be kind and just fall down. And at this point, we got this fight pretty much under control. I think my defensive stats are now so high that I'm actually not taking any damage whatsoever anymore. Okay, the bat died. I have to change that. Although, well, whatever. We're just going to use the Vivifier for that one. Just attack and resurrect. An easy way to get the job done. There we go. Just decided to go with my attacks on one other part of that body to get the job done more quickly. I mean, at some point I should be able to take it down. I mean, the good thing is that every turn that passes, my damage does grow. And, well, quite surprised about the resilience, though. I thought that this would go a lot faster. Little did I know. So, come on. Can't be real. I mean, there's several millions per blow now when my Centaur Wrangler attacks. A couple of, 100 or so levels ago, this was the point where the enemy just always faltered and had no chance whatsoever in survival. These days now, things are looking a lot different here. I'm quite shocked about that, to say the least. So do I have still any spells left which I could use to boost my stats somehow? Here's Charm of Life, maybe that'll work out, because I somehow feel as if I still don't do enough damage. That's why I don't like the absence of health bars, because you see this boss does do some healing effect, and I'm somehow afraid that probably that healing is high enough to make problems, you know? Alright, let's toss the haste spells into the bat. The bat deals more damage the more speed it has, so... Let's see. Another Charm of Life. Gotta do something here, I mean. Can't be that... Oh yeah, Panic Attack. Hey, Pikachu, hi there. Happy to see you. Alright. Determination won't help here. Fury Swipes. Whatever. As long as it triggers the Screeching Barrage, I'm okay with that. It has to die already. Wow. I didn't really expect such an extremely lengthy fight here. I love it how things go down now that I'm deeper down the game. Go for the Fury Swipes, why not? So... Jeez, the HP on that. Okay. Oh yeah, Panic Attack! There we go. Oh yeah, that doesn't trigger the Screeching Barrage from the bat, because the bat casts the spell itself. It's such a weird thing. Alright, Battle Fatigue kicking in now, so that means at some point we should be finally getting the job done soon. That's such an obscene resilience on that boss. Alright, no wonder that I wasn't able to get that down with my Pyromancer. Hey, we got the central part of the boss down. That's usually the point where you start winning. When the first part of the boss breaks down, usually the other parts don't have that much HP either anymore. Whatever, you understand what I'm trying to say. Right. Let's take down that thingy. So I wonder how hard the next False God will be then. So, if this is a trend, stuff will grow a lot more challenging in the next couple of runs. Or I'm weak. That could be also the case. But honestly, Althea is one of the more challenging bosses because of that permanent blight situation, making it impossible for your critters to heal. Alright. Speaking about which part of her is actually doing the blight part. So that's the central body. So that means I can now go for a greater dispel. And we're healing! Look at that! We're actually healing ourselves again! Oh my god. Now, it should upgrade my damage output by quite a substantial amount as well. Alright, now that's good news. Die already. So, since I'm not going to stream that much longer now, the question is... Well, no. I'm going to be returning later today for more streaming then. And if there's any wishes in particular games, just either drop it here in the chat or tell me in my Discord. You know, I'd be really happy to know what you guys want to play or want to see played, or you know, you know what I want to say. All right, we did it. Nice. Now, anointment. After my avatars are killed, no. Ultimate spell gems, no. Deal damage with retribution, no. You have a 20% chance to negate enemy attacks and spells. Take less damage for each buff. Okay. My creatures get damage reduction while they got barrier. So, well, I'm going to take the damage reduction for each buff because that's just massive. Oh, nether stuff. Oh, that's bad. Trait drawing dead. Okay, whatever that one is. Lots of trait materials. Death guild points, but I want to know what drawing dead is. You know, look it up now before I forget it later. Drawing dead. So if this creature's attack is lower than that of any enemy, it has 100% more attack. Oh yeah, that's totally the kind of trait you definitely must have on your creature. I don't want to sound too mopey here. It's okay. It's just merely not as intriguing as I'd like it to be. So, before I leave, I'm going to walk over to my Pyromancer and show you a moment there what kind of speed I usually play and what kind of speed I'm used to these days. So usually I'm running the Pyromancer to just clear out the levels, and the other classes come to play when I need some help with the other bosses there. Nyx and Phobos. Yeah, okay. Let's see, we don't have any guild without any reputation so far, right? Right. Okay, so we're going to go for the this one, and I'm going to fight against Hydronox. Oh yeah, I wanted these things here. Depth 477. Okay. So let's see, less spell potency, no thank you. Let's try that. Alright. Here's what my Pyromancer usually does. So this is how it works. we start the fight, and usually everybody's already dead before the fight actually starts. These dudes have damage reflection, so this realm is a little bit harder. Damage reflection is one of the worst traits for my Pyromancer build to face, because, you know, they deal a lot of damage. They tend to fry themselves. But on the other hand, this was still a lot faster than most of the stuff I did in the last run. I mean, here, let's see if I can't get a better example. I mean, these guys got 214 extra defense, and I deal 50% less damage. As you can see here, I'm still one-shotting enemies in the first turn. Even though... What the hell? What's this place? Why are there so many treasure golems here? Wow, I can farm 5 treasure golems here? Sick, Netherrealm. Okay. I had no clue that these exist. Wow. That's... okay. I wonder if the last one will do something nasty, because, you know, that game is very hell-bent on making you feel bad for killing treasure golems. Well, no. Alright. Oh, this one did escape. Well, that's okay. We already did a massive slaughter. Yeah, and that's the regular Pyromancer speed. These are tier 5 instabilities. The game doesn't make it look like it is. Especially since this is a... yeah, well, I mean... I take damage every turn. They got War as a minion, if I remember correctly. That's even more damage reflection. And they reflect damage. So basically, this is already among the worst realms that this dude can face. This is a lot better than the Windrunner I had before, but this wasn't capable of killing Saint Althea, for example. The boss we just took down. I had no chance in taking that one down with this build, though. Alrighty, so I'll stay at this point and say thanks for watching, and we're gonna get back with more streaming later tonight. I hope that nothing comes my way stopping me from that, and yeah, hope you guys have a fine time until then, and see you soon. Bye-bye.